Flight to the Moon. Here you can see the launch of the Artemis mission. NASA will launch the Artemis lunar mission in a second attempt on Saturday, September 3. So you can watch the launch of the most powerful rocket in the world, as NASA is flying to the moon again. Part 1 of the extensive and controversial Artemis mission finally begins on Saturday, September 3, with the launch of the Space Launch System SLS rocket. It will take the Orion spacecraft to Earth's satellite. Inside are research modules and 3 manikins equipped with sensors. After a botched launch last Monday, officials changed the launch procedure, closed a leak and replaced what was believed to be a faulty temperature sensor. It had indicated that one of the engines was not cooling down. Teams have rechecked the affected units and are practicing the new procedure. Originally, the next attempt was to take place on September 2, but the weather outlook was too bad for mission management. Now there was the release for Saturday. The mission is breaking a whole series of records. Those who want to witness it should be online from 1817. The launch window is open for 2 hours. NASA, on the other hand, starts at noon. Boosters run empty after 8 minutes. The SLS starts within the 2-hour start window. To date, it is the most powerful rocket in the world to launch into orbit. After launch, it takes about 2 minutes to use up all the solid propellant. After another 6 minutes, the rocket has also pulled the liquid propellant from the core stage. At this point, it should have accelerated to about 28,000 kilometers per hour. All empty rocket stages are jettisoned directly after use. 2.1 million kilometers in 43 days. Over the next 18 minutes, the upper stage will curve once around its home planet until it has unfolded its solar cells and taken the momentum to fly to the moon. Along the way, the control center plans to make various adjustments and deploy 10 so-called CubeSats. Orion is scheduled to touch down on Earth again after about 43 days. By then, it will have covered 2.1 million kilometers. As fast, hot, and far as never before. In addition to the world's most powerful rocket, NASA also mentions other superlatives. For example, Orion will fly farther than any spacecraft built for humans has ever flown. Orion will stay in space longer than any other human spacecraft, NASA writes. It also said the capsule will return home faster and hotter than ever before. Finally, many of these records are made possible because only puppets populate the spacecraft. 3 of them, named Manikin Campos, Helga and Zohar, are equipped with different sensors to test various loads. A special focus is on radiation exposure. ES-8 dosimeters carried on board are also used for their research. Alexa and CubeSats on board. In addition to the test flight of Orion, which is to take real passengers to the moon in the next but one stage, the mission is also carrying all kinds of research projects. On the one hand, NASA is carrying out 10 CubeSats, small scientific experiments that are carried on mini-satellites. These modules are barely larger than shoebox and weigh just 11 kilograms. The size and weight allows even smaller research institutions to carry out missions in space. On the other hand, the Orion carries the Callisto payload. It comes from Lockheed Martin, Amazon and Cisco and aims to deploy the virtual assistant Alexa in space in conjunction with the WebEx video conferencing system. Biological, living samples are also to be on board the mission.